welcome to the Media News on Ogun State Television. I am Siniat Abaru. The Senate has deferred consideration of the Electoral Act 2022, Repeal and Enactment Bill 2026, opting to subject the proposed amendment to further scrutiny before taking a final decision. The decision followed deliberations on the report of the Senate Committee on Electoral Matters during plenary held in the absence of the committee's chairman, Senator Simon Lalong. Lawmakers resolved to step down debate on the report to allow senators more time to study the bill, with consideration now scheduled to resume on Thursday. In addition, the upper chamber agreed to reconvene in an executive session to enable closed-door discussions on sensitive aspects of the proposed electoral reforms, reflecting concerns about the far-reaching implications of the legislation. Although the House of Representatives has already passed the bill, the Senate stressed the need for a more deliberate review process. The Senate President Godswill Akpabio underscored the importance of caution, particularly as preparations for future elections intensify. Ogun State Governor Prince Dakpo Abiodun has inaugurated the Afon Township Road and ordered immediate reconstruction of the Olorudaimeko Road. Speaking at the event, Governor Abiodun said the decision to reconstruct the Olorudaimeko Road followed his personal experience while traveling on the road earlier in the day, describing its condition as deplorable. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Ghani reported.
We are reconstructing roads all over the nooks and crannies of your land. Okay, Erija. Most people don't even know where Erija is. It's one of our bread baskets. Road that goes from Ota, Adodota, to Abeokuta. That road is almost a 70-kilometer road. It was completely an eyesore. This also was another federal government road. I went through a lot before I was allowed to take ownership of that road by our father, the leader of our party, His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Today, you had our member House of Rep that he drove on that road. The experience is totally different.
The glory of Almighty God, the convenience and use of all sons and daughters.
The construction of the ancient Afon Township Road in Imekwa local government is another significant milestone for the current administration at ensuring people continue to enjoy the dividends of democracy. Governor Abiodun disclosed that his administration has constructed more than 1,600 kilometers of roads across the state in the last 6.5 years.
We are reconstructing roads all over the nooks and crannies of your land. Okay, Erija. Most people don't even know where Erija is. It's one of our bread baskets. Road that goes from Ota, Adodota, to Abeokuta. That road is almost a 70-kilometer road. It was completely an eyesore. This also was another federal government road. I went through a lot before I was allowed to take ownership of that road by our father, the leader of our party, His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Today, you had our member House of Rep that he drove on that road. The experience is totally different.
He said his administration would continue to respond to criticisms through performance, stressing that your land would continue to receive its fair share of development. Abiodun also commended President Bola Tinubu for the Badagry-Sokoto Highway project, which passes through Imekwa-Afon, noting that the project would significantly ease the transportation of agricultural produce upon completion.
That as I was coming here today, I drove on the Olorunda to Imeko Road, and my heart broke. I said, this road has become this bad, this deplorable. How can I be traveling on such a bad road to commission a new road in Afon? I called the commissioner for works. I said to him, come and give me the estimate. Not only must you bring me the in-house estimate, you must advertise for all our very experienced contractors to bid for that road. I want that road to come to the next expo. And I want to begin the construction of Olorunda to Imeko Road immediately.
Earlier, Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Ade Akisoya, had said Afon Township Road would enhance trade between Imekwa and Abeokuta North local government areas and help address flooding challenges in the community.
We constructed Afon Township Road. It's reinforced with concrete drain, concrete curb where needed on each side of the road, and finished complemented with lane marking, painting of the curb, and provision of access lab as needed.
The community leaders of the area lost the state government's effort on road infrastructure, saying the Afon Township Road will promote prosperity for people and the state.
We are not here for 8 years, and we are not here for 3 years like our chairman. We'll be here to say in future that there was once a Dakwa that shared the narrative of the good people of Yowaland and Ogun State. So you don't need to worry yourself. They are all political distraction. All I would just want to encourage you is to continue to do your good work. The one you have started in Yowaland, help us to complete all of them.
I think, Your Excellency, you have done very well. Of course, no government can do all the roads that are there. But I can say boldly that, Your Excellency, you have done very well when it comes to the issue of road. And not only road. So indeed, all the four corners of the state, aside from this road and the roof that we see, there are a lot of other industrial development that is going on. For 50 years, my parents gave back to me in this town. I grew up with bad roads in this place. Today, you have changed the narrative. Today, you have made me proud. Today, you have given me reason to love you more, Your Excellency.
While some appreciate the current administration for what they describe as renewed development focus on Ogun West, others urge the governor to sustain the momentum. Yusuf Ganiyu, OGTV News.
Fresh job opportunities are now available for indigents of Ogun State as the Police Service Commission announced a 2-week extension to the ongoing recruitment exercise of 50,000 police constables. This was contained in a statement signed by the Permanent Secretary, Bureau of Cabinet and Special Services through the Ministry of Information and Strategy, Ogun State. According to the statement, the application, which commenced on 15th December 2025, will now close on 8th February 2026. Applications are expected from Ogun State indigents with valid NIN who must be a certificate holder of SSCA or its equivalent. The application forms and other necessary information are available online on the application portal www.npfapplication.psc.gov.ng. All interested Ogun State indigents should visit all the 20 local government secretariats where desk officers have been stationed to attend to them. The Ogun State government has reiterated its commitment to improving access to quality health care delivery across the state. The assurance came from the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Kuka, during an inspection visit to the Makun Primary Health Center in Shagamu alongside a World Bank Dedication Assessment Intervention Project implemented in selected health facilities. Staff reporter Taiwo Fabaji report.
The World Bank delegation, led by the Vice President for Operations Policy and Country Services, Galina Vincent, is in Ogun State to evaluate intervention projects executed in primary healthcare centers across the state. The projects are implemented under the Immunization Plus and Malaria Progress by accelerating coverage and transforming services impact program. At the Markham Primary Health Center, the intervention includes perimeter fencing with a gate, construction of staff quarters, renovation of existing structures, building of new facilities, and installation of solar inverters to provide uninterrupted 24-hour electricity supply. In her remarks, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Koka, assures that the Ogun State government will continue to strengthen the health sector, noting that Governor Dapo Abiodun has increased health sector allocation to 13% of the state's total budget for the 2026 fiscal year.
Through this shared responsibility, we will continue to improve access to quality primary healthcare services and achieve better health outcomes for people of Ogun State. The journey ahead is ambitious, but it is achievable.
The World Bank team, after inspecting and inaugurating some of the completed projects, expresses satisfaction with the quality of work delivered across the facilities visited.
The infrastructure is impressive. I see there is clean water, there is clean bathrooms, there are quarters where staff can rest, but the whole vision of this place is absolutely impressive.
What we are putting in place today through Impact will then become a part of the Nigerian health system and will continue to provide health care for Nigerians for a long time to come.
In his closing remarks, the Executive Secretary of the Ogun State Primary Healthcare Development Board appreciates the World Bank team for their feedback and continued support.
I'm happy today that with the feedback we're getting and what the final product looks like, I'm glad that we have a leader that drove us and led the team.
Meanwhile, the project manager discloses that the special intervention projects are being replicated in 74 other primary health centers across the 20 local government areas of the state.
Generally, the impact project has brought a lot of landmark achievements to the delivery of quality services, effective quality services in Ogun State.
The visit is part of ongoing effort by the Ogun State government and development partners to strengthen primary healthcare delivery, reduce maternal and child mortality, and ensure sustainable health services at the grassroots across the state.
And now to the foreign scene. China has executed 11 members of a notorious mafia family that ran scam centers in Myanmar along its northeastern border. The Ming family members were sentenced in September for various crimes including homicide, illegal detention, fraud, and operating gambling dens by a court in China's Zhejiang province. The Mings were one of many clans that ran the town of Lokeng, transforming an impoverished backwater town into a flashy hub of casinos and red light district. The scam empire came crashing down in 2023 when they were detained and handed over to China by ethnic militias that had taken control of Lokeng during an escalation in their conflict with Myanmar's army. And now to sport. The Confederation of African Football Disciplinary Board has imposed a series of sanctions on the Federation Senegalese de Football, the Federation Royale Marocaine de Football, as well as several players and officials following the incident during the 2025 African Cup of Nations final. In a statement posted on its website, CAF said that the sanctions were handed down for violations of the CAF disciplinary code, including breaches of the principles of fair play, loyalty and integrity during and after the final match. As part of the decisions against Senegal, CAF suspended the head coach of the Senegalese national team, Pape Bona, for 5 official CAF matches for his unsporting conduct and for bringing the game into disrepute. CAF also imposed a fine of $100,000 on the Moroccan Confederation for the improper conduct of its players and technical staff who invaded the VAR review area and obstructed the referee's work. An additional fine of $15,000 was issued for the use of lasers by Moroccan supporters during the match. And just before we go, let us remind you that courage is the most important of all the virtues. Without it, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. That's according to Maya Angelou. And that's the news this afternoon. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.